The new world was changing by the day. But where was it going? Their insane actions were only going to take us all over the edge. They would lead a dead and barren world for us to pick up the pieces. Yes, a new system would start, but the old one must be dismantled first. But why the continuous power game? This struggle to be in control? What were they so afraid of? Do they fear us achieving an empowering human state? Would the veil then fall, and it would be revealed to us what they truly are? The Truman Show continued with so many suffering. Did we need to reach the edge of existence to really understand the depth to this hell? Although displayed to us on a daily basis, we allowed this evil to overtake our minds, swallow our true spiritual connection. How did we let it happen? Erased, reset, and deleted in pieces. An ancient world right in front of our eyes dissolved brick by brick, ruined by our own ignorance and guilty pleasure. The further we let this slip, the longer it will take us to return. But whether in this life or the next, we will get back to our right world. But it will become harder for us if we choose to ignore. The beginning of the reveal of their fraud and lies was just the start, as most were too fragile to handle any kind of truth. Suffocated by falsity, locked in their ego like pigs in blankets. Too afraid to open the farm gate. Where does that lead? People were forced to believe a deceptive lie for their own mental stability, pushed to the edge to be trapped in their sanity bubble. But when that bubble bursts, they will see a nightmare of buried knowledge that has been hidden from us for too long, and the coil will truly unravel. So for this new world to be built correctly, we had to first see and understand the corruption that was happening. We cannot go forward with the sociopaths leading this reality. Many were awakening to this, and the story naturally unfolded with the crazy narratives they created. But people still didn't want to do the real work on themselves. They were still quite happy to point the finger of blame. Humans' narrow concept of evil only existed because we denied parts of the self. But at last we were beginning to understand this. But how far did we have to reach? For the new structures to be built correctly, the internal work was essential for that growth to build that new world. Yet so many wanted to ignore this and allow other beings to construct their world around them. When it is we who are the builders, we construct this reality, collectively on a daily basis. Yes, we need the architects, but when the plans are incorrectly communicated or the foundations are wrong, reality will start to collapse, like it did for them. The slave world was over, even though so many chains still needed to be broken. The old power struggle held onto their dark beliefs, a ritualistic power which was changing at the core. What they didn't realize is that what they were following was going to actually end them. They completely underestimated human power. Yes, the spell can be cast and humans will follow, but they could never destroy human connection, the love and compassion that so many shared over those years. Nothing happens by accident. There are no coincidences. We are all on a journey of life that we should not ignore. After the collapse of the mainstream, we had a mental health breakdown. So many were taken away, completely unprepared to what was presented to them. The news just kept flooding out, truth after truth. I was even shocked myself to what happened. So, to start this new world, the old world had to be broken, shattered to pieces. While we watched these ruins, so many scrambled to put the pieces back together, not letting go and allowing this transformation to occur. The world is constantly shifting all the time, just as we are. We cannot stay at one point, we are moving all the time. Just as with this second, just as in this very moment. The more we hold back, the more we resist, and the less we participate in creating this new world. But by creating a boundary within our own vibrational state, we will not allow the darker elements to control this reality. This is why the self-work is essential. By letting go and not holding on to the banks of the river, this will take us to a new magical place, somewhere we haven't been before. Where do you hold on to the past? In what ways do you stop this new world from emerging?